Hey guys, coming at you live. It's Fred. Have another video for you. Seems like way back I did one on this. It doesn't show this fella getting hit. I saw the original. It's been taken off YouTube now. But that Blazer or Bronco, whatever that is, Escalade, that SUV that pulled in there, hit this fella. Of course, he was running from the law. I'm not condoning running from the law. Shouldn't have been running. Best of my knowledge, he didn't have a weapon, nothing in his hands. And there were several officers and cruisers giving chase, so he would have been caught within a few minutes. This trooper pulled in with his SUV and ran him into that brick wall of that building there. I mean, he rammed him in there almost flat. And to see it live, it was unbelievable that the guy didn't die instantly. He did die, but he hit him so hard with that vehicle up against that building that it's had to crush his whole insides. He just died a slow death. So I'll play the video. It's just a short one, and catch you at the end.
A Michigan State Police detective is facing second-degree murder and manslaughter charges tonight.
Yeah, Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel filed the charges today. It involves a police chase and death of 25-year-old Samuel Sterling. Nessel called 50-year-old trooper Brian Keeley legally and grossly negligent. Now, Rod Maloney spoke with Sterling's parents about the charges and takes a look at the larger implications in this case.
It is cases just like this one that put a white-hot spotlight on police use of deadly force and the outcry that it brings. We're going to be hearing from Samuel Sterling's parents here in a second. But it also has police unions wondering just how far prosecutors like Dana Nessel can go before they put a true chilling impact on policing in general. It is all on video. April 17th, a crime task force out looking for felons with warrants out came across Samuel Sterling, a probation absconder, putting air in a car tire. He ran. Officers gave chase. Detective Sergeant Brian Keeley driving an unmarked MSP cruiser.
You know, guys, I know we have to apprehend these guys, and that's fine. They're trying to apprehend this guy because he's a convicted felon. He's not reporting in for his probation or something like that. This is not a fella that's in the midst of a crime. He didn't just rob a place or burglarize, or I'm not condoning them, but I'm just saying they're merely trying to apprehend him because he hasn't reported in or hasn't done something that he was supposed to do. He's not, at this time, he's not committing another crime. He very well may tonight, or might have, but he's not right now. They're chasing him solely because he didn't report in for his parole or probation hearings. At least it sounds like to me.
Drove up to and hit Sterling, briefly pinning him against a fast food restaurant wall. Sterling then slumped to the ground, officers searching him and cuffing him. As for the second-degree murder charge, Brian's parents, Michael Sterling and Andrika Cage, told Local 4 of the case and of the video.
I can't watch it because it's too graphic for me. But I'm glad, they charged him.
We glad he getting charged. We just hope he get charged for the fullest.
I hope he get convicted.
But Michael went further, saying the other officers not charged deserve discipline as well.
Had their knee on his chest, handcuffed him, turning him over, and just standing there watching him die. So I feel, some of them should be charged too.
Samuel writhed in pain and later died in the hospital. Still, Police Officer Association of Michigan President Jim Tagnanelli told Local 4 that he believes Attorney General Dana Nessel overcharged here. These guys were part of a crime, allegedly, and they're running.
No, these guys, this guy was a felon that hadn't reported in. The crime had already been committed. He'd been adjudicated for it, found guilty, pled guilty, and was on probation or parole. He was merely not complying with probation or parole, it's alleged. So he was not in the commission of committing a crime other than running.
We're in front of police, and aren't we supposed to try to catch the bad guy?
Well, if it was that important, why didn't we keep him in jail when we had him? If he's that bad, then why do we have to get back out and chase him down again and cause something like this? If we'd kept him when we originally had him in custody and in court and confined him to jail time, he would be in prison instead of out here on the streets. So you can look at that both ways.
Guys, and we are human beings and we make mistakes.
And any way you look at it, it doesn't justify striking that unarmed man with a vehicle. We do make mistakes, but when we make mistakes, we have to pay for them. That trooper's now charged with murder, second-degree murder, rightly so. Rightly so. Whether the man's a convicted felon, whether the man is, no matter what, we don't have the right to just mistreat. We're not the Gestapo. We're not Nazi Germany. We've got to quit treating people like we're treating them, and it's getting worse and worse. And until we're held accountable, it's going to continue.
I'm not even sure a mistake happened here, in my opinion.
What's
No,
more,
it was
he says
intentional.
police veterans are now quitting the job, not wanting to face felony charges for doing their jobs. And he adds, these kinds of charges hurt recruiting.
And we used to have waiting lists for academies. We used to have 7 or 8 academies running every year.
Exactly. Who wants to work with these guys? When you see the evening news and you see what you're working with, now I'm not saying police officers don't have to fight, guys. I'm not saying sometimes it's just inevitable that sometimes we have to wrestle and fight to effect an arrest. But we've got to be smarter in how we do it, and we've got to stop. Once the arrest is effected and the person is handcuffed or subdued or given up, hands off. We can't continue to punish him just because he ran.
Now we have academies with nobody in them.
Samuel Sterling's parents have gone and hired well-known Detroit attorney Then Johnson. Johnson telling Local 4 that he wants to make sure that MSP and the officer involved are held fully accountable. In Detroit, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
And I agree. If you'll see the original video, you can't find it anymore. If you find it, please put the link on here. But because people would have a better understanding of just how bad this was, if they could see the original before it was taken down, of how hard this vehicle struck that man and ran him into that wall. He looked like a cartoon where something runs into the wall and then it just rose down the wall to the ground. That's what this young man did. Guys, it's Fred. Please like, subscribe, and share. Guys, I'm not anti-police. I'm pro-police. We'd be sad shape without police and law enforcement in this country. But the right people are out there. They're out there. They're educated. They're available. We have to up the pay. We have to recruit better. We have to psychologically test better. We've got to get rid of the machoism. We've got to get people that's compassionate towards others and that truly want to protect and serve. That's what we need. And they mean it. They want to do it. Not get in there and fall into this mentality just because they see Joe do it. Okay, it's okay. I'll join in and do it too, or I'll stand here and watch. You can't do that. You got to take part. If you don't stand up against it, you're part of it. Thanks, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share.